Hey Mom, so welcome to another episode of the Life Unboxed blog show, where we talk about all things momtrepreneur, from raising your kids to running a business, and the most important one, keeping your sanity. I'm JODIE the mom from lifeunboxed.blog, and if you're enjoying this content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below because I would love to hear from you. And if you're listening to the podcast, be sure to subscribe to the podcast, share the podcast with your friends, and leave a 5-star review wherever you're listening. I truly appreciate your support. And remember, I would love to hear your questions that you just can't seem to get answered. So, now that we got all that out of the way, let's get into the show. Summer is right around the corner, so that means no more school, no more grading, and if your kids are in school, no more carpool. This was always my favorite part. As a homeschooling mom and momtrepreneur, I look forward to summer too, but I still need to work. So what to do for summer? We need to keep the kids occupied during the day, off screen time, but you got to do what you got to do. So use it if you need it, and no mom guilt allowed. All the while, you still keep your sanity. So, yeah, is that a mission impossible? If you're tired of hearing, Mom, can I, or I'm so bored, or there's nothing to do, then this post is for you. I asked a number of moms to give me their best sanity-saving tips when deciding what to do for summer. Mom, let me start you with my sanity-saving tips from last summer. So last year for summer break, I had the kids do book reports, and you can read about it here. And I will be sure to leave this link below. So we did a bit of a hybrid, see that, summer break and summer school. So we do always use the summer to review any subjects that may have been difficult to get through during the year. So if at some point we had to pause and repeat a chapter or redo a chapter, and so this kind of extended the school book. Now, it depends on how much it was. I don't think you need to finish all the school books. I know that's a hard thing to, digest as a homeschooling mom. But you don't need to finish all the books. So just depending on where we're at, we may use the summer to finish out a subject. So this year, I won't be doing any book reports, but I still think I will have them pick out books to read over the summer. If they have a plan, they're more than likely to get it done. And of course, we need a vacation. All right, so I did ask some other moms to give me their sanity-saving tips as well. So here we have 5 easy activities to keep your children busy all summer from Chronicles of a Montessorian. So if you're listening to the podcast, I know you can't see the websites, but all of these links will be in the show notes. So make sure if something strikes your fancy, then all the resources will be there for you. So the Montessorian has an entire post on keeping kids occupied through the summer that are easy. And yes, we need easy. So if you scroll down, this one struck my fancy. So we have ice cream in a bag, making fresh bread, making flubber. Now it just sounds like fun. So this one will definitely keep kids occupied for a while. So be sure to check out the rest of her recommendations. And again, the link will be in the show notes and the description below. So our next one comes from Thought Inspiring, and it's all about outside fun. This one is a pool party, and you can use an inflatable pool indoors or in the backyard. And it really is true, especially the little ones. You can put them inside and put a pool up. So throw in a few favorite toys, and mom, you can sit back and relax. And hey, if you feel like it, give them some soap and let them have their bath. But sit back, relax, and watch your kids splash around. A hammock or tire swing in the backyard is also a great way to keep the kids occupied for a while. If you have trees, we do not have trees where we live. Well, you can find them in certain neighborhoods, but we're in a desert, so there's not a lot. So if the weather is not welcoming for outside play, then a craft party indoors always keeps little fingers occupied. So our third suggestion comes from behind the classroom. And over the summer, I always recommend going out for nature walks or kid-friendly hikes. Fresh air and sunshine is so good for everyone's mental health. Very true. Vitamin D is also very good for your immune system. Plus, it can help with sleeping at night for the little ones who are still working on sleeping through it. Yes. The next suggestion, or the next sanity saving tip, comes from Bright Little Owl. And do things together. I do chores and cleaning with my daughter, like sweeping and laundry during the day together. Even though she will not do an efficient job of cleaning, she can help with her child-sized broom while observing me sweep. So I taped a sweeping square with masking tape to help her sweep everything in one place. We also bake and cook together. During my daughter's nap time or bedtime is when I can have time to myself to work on the computer. At this point, the chores are all done so I can focus on my work. And yes, chores are a great way to keep kids occupied over the summer, or it's also a great way to keep them from whining to you about being bored. Just threaten them to clean some doors or baseboards. Suddenly, they know how to occupy their time. Also, a water table is perfect for the summer. We have a water table on the back deck and a water basin inside the house so she can scrub things with soap and water and play sink and float. And I'll also link to a post about sink and float activity as well. Our next one comes from Life Between Dishes. And I have to say, I love that name. I really do. It's genius. So it's hot in Alabama in the summer. Throw in 99% humidity and you've got yourself a miserable day outside. So we like to do any outside activities early in the day before it's too hot to breathe. So if we go outside later in the day, it definitely has to include being in the water. And we break up our days with little chunks of screen time. Our favorite inside activities include playing with Legos, putting puzzles together, playing Pokemon, and playing the Nintendo. We have snacks readily available, and we try to do something creative every day. We also have our alone times. Yes, for those introverted moms, we need those times. So our alone times when we can each do our own thing and learn how to be bored. We try to relax and go with the flow as much as possible. My husband and I are both teachers, so summer is our time to decompress and get re-energized. There are no school bells dictating our every move during the summer. I totally agree. As a homeschool mom, I understand. I really understand. Okay, next comes from, let's close that, the Motherly Heap. So my 4 top summer kids activities are biking, homemade Play-Doh, science experiments, and water activities at the beach, pool, or backyard. Of course, the time you spend with your kids is important, which forges a connection. And that is so very true. So our next one comes from Always Lovin' Mama. There it is. My son is just under 2, but he has lots of energy to burn. He's down to 1 nap a day. Oh, let me just say, when the babies finally go down to 1 nap a day, I want to cry. But let's just keep going. So activities are key. Activities I have been doing since the weather is getting warmer are blowing bubbles, going for walks, and heading to the zoo. I plan on getting out of the house often this summer, taking my son biking and to the beach. Indoors, I'm planning on puzzles, blocks, dancing, and many more games. My son will also be watching some educational and fun programs. And I think I'm going to say this. I'm going to insert here is don't be afraid of screen time. Yes, we can. It's so easy and convenient that we can get carried away with it, but you don't want to go to the other side of things. Like sometimes, especially if you're working from home and you're still working during the summer, like you need that time that screen time can give you. So don't be afraid of it, but also, don't overdo it. So our next one comes from approaching home. So it can be difficult to entertain kids when you have work to do. Yes, it can be. Something I love to do with my 2 girls to keep them entertained while also getting things done is letting them give me a pretend makeover. So I can sit on the couch and fold laundry or work on the computer while they work their magic on me. Since I am sitting pretty still, they're able to paint my toenails, brush, braid, and put clips in my hair, pretend to do my makeup, and more, all while I do finances or answer emails. I love doing this because it gives us a way to play and connect while I multitask. The girls think it is so fun and special to get mom ready for the day. Plus, I love having my hair brushed, so it's a win-win. So our next tip comes from A Dime Saved. And she says, make a plan. I always enjoyed summer because it is relaxed and you aren't on a strict schedule. But as a parent, that doesn't work. I plan my summer really well, so it will work for us. What weeks we are doing day camp, what weeks are mommy activity weeks, what weeks are for taking trips, what weeks are for planning around or hanging around and doing nothing. Plan in advance. And I can wholeheartedly agree. And our final tip comes from Homeschool on the Range. So summertime is perfect for field trips, creating costumes, making a movie, or using Legos. It's about having the time to get the experience and cement learning. My kids actually, even the teenagers, actually love kind of making movies and developing scripts and all that kind of stuff. Some of their stuff's pretty hilarious too. So while we take a break from core studies during the summer, each kid usually picks out a couple of fun studies for summer learning. So kind of like the hybrid school summer vacation thing. So these are elective courses that might be shorter than a full semester or just things we didn't have time for during the regular year. If you have the flexibility, summer is the perfect time to take a road school vacation. So now you know what to do for summer, or at least have some ideas. So what are your summer plans? You have lots of ideas of what to do for summer break so you can banish the I am so bored and have plenty to do. So Mom, I am so glad you joined me today. And if you want to help spread the word, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. You can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember to check out the Life Unboxed store for all of your Mom Boss merch. And you can support the show with coffee. Visit ko-fi.com/Life Unboxed blog to buy this tired mama a cup of joe and get me ready for summer, for all the summer activities. For more great momtrepreneur content, follow Life Unboxed on social media or check out lifeunboxed.blog and be sure to share the podcast and video with your friends. And I will see you in the next show.